Hey, what's going on YouTube? My name is Tom Mizzle. You're watching my channel Mizzle14, and I'm here doing a review of the Haves and Haves Nots, Season 6, Episode 17, The Broken Washer. I'm just gonna get the small things out the way. Benny and the guy was at the spot. Remember, it started when it ended. That the guy was shakily waving a gun in Benny's face, and was on the phone with the police. The guy asked the police officers how long it was gonna take. He called an hour ago. This guy was a burglary going on, and they said he was on their route, on their way. Benny asked the guy. He said, "Can I go on my phone? Cause I know I'm alone. I know his nephew. I could call and get this situation handled." He said, "You don't know Eddie Malone," and he said he do. After all the midst of it, Benny charged at him. They started going back and forth, back and forth. They started tasseling, and guess how the episode ended. But that's Benny's situation because there was too much about that. Now, another small thing. David and Erica. Remember last week, Veronica blew up the cars and she drove off. So he was bummed out about it. He was pissed. He sat down and on the stoop with Erica. They was watching everything, watching the firemen get their things together. And Erica was like, "Are he okay?" He said, "Yeah, he's okay." But you could tell he's still like really feeling the after effect of what Veronica did. So Erica started laughing and making fun of the situation, light of the situation. He said it wasn't funny. She said, "This is really ridiculously crazy, and it's funny." And he said, "Yeah, it's ridiculous, but it's not funny." And she was trying to cheer him up to get his mind off of what's happening, but he can't. He can't. So she started telling him about a dream that she said when she was a little girl, she dreamed about being in a house like this, dreamed about being with a guy like David. And he said, "Why you want to be a guy like me? Because I have a crazy ex-wife." He said, "No, because you say you lovable, you kind, you nurturing. She never been taken care of." And on the midst of it, David's still trying to figure out who her ex is. And he tried to get the name, but she keep dodging it. Remember, she told us about this crazy story about an ex, and she had to get away from him, and that's kind of like how David started falling for Erica. I guess he tried to save her and mess with her liking her, trying to keep her safe. But that's a scam, because that's not really what happened. She can't really tell what exactly she really did, because she actually really dared to play David. Excuse me. She tried to play David, but I guess during the midst of it, I think her goals is of changing because she started to fall for David after she sees what kind of guy David is. So she said, "Let's make a pact. You take care of me, I take care of you. We deal with each other, and let's build." And he said, "Good." So when the fireman came, and he told David that it was an arsonist, and it was premeditated. And he asked him, "Do you know who did it?" We all know Veronica did it, but David said no, he didn't do it. So Evan was sitting there and was like, okay. So he said, "If you know anybody, call the police." He said, "Okay." And then the fireman was like, "Erica, how you doing?" Like that. Erica was like, "Oh, do I know you?" He said, "Yeah, I helped you with a car once." And she said, "Oh, okay." He asked her, how he remember you?" And she said, "I don't remember him." So that's how it ended there. So that's how it ended. Then we get Oscar banging on the door. He was like, "Candace, Candace, Candace, open the door. I know you in there, Candace." Mind you, Candace changed her room, so she was in a room across from the door that he was banging, and she was looking at the peephole and seeing everything. And while he was banging, the door open, and the housekeeper was out, and he asked her, "Do you know the lady who was living here or stay here?" She said she checked out. He said, "Well, how long had it checked out?" She said, "Yesterday." So he left down to go do what he had to do. To the midst of that, Hannah was getting a phone call. She got a phone call about Veronica. Veronica called her. She was drunk, a bit drunk, like upset or something. She said, "I need to see you." And Candace like, "Why?" And so like that. He said, "I need to see you about Erica and David." She said, "Well, what's going on?" He said, "I need to see you in person." She said, "Let me be down the bar downstairs. That's where Candace staying at." She said, I can't meet you in public. No, no. He said, I'll meet you there. Meet me there too. At the bar. So when we went to the bar, Candace met one Veronica. Veronica had a martini in her hand. She was drunk, and Candace see it. So she said, "Wow, you drunk?" And she said, "Why I'm here?" He said, "We need to do something about David and Erica." And she said, "What? We doing something?" And he said, "What you want to do?" She said, Veronica plan was she tried to hurt David. And she said, "What's your plan to hurt him?" She tried to destroy him. And she said she want Erica. And he said, first she asked Candace, how is Erica and everything? And do you trust her? And she said, yeah, I worked her. I've trained her. So she's good what she's doing. And she said, okay. So what her plan is that she said, I want Erica to make David fall in love with her. And then after that, once he falls and he not focusing on what's going on, she needs to dump him, crush his heart, and then she would have put her on the street and burn her alive. All that stuff. I said, Veronica, you doing way too much. But Candace was like, that's your plan? That's your plan? And she was like, you know what? You so obsessed with David, you need to get laid. She said, oh, I already had your brother. And Candace said, what? Oh. I said, oh, Veronica, you so bold with that. And he said, you need to get laid. I need to bring somebody to your house. She said, don't bring nobody to my house and everything. And she said, well, you need something. So I gotta bring somebody to your house. She said, don't do it. And she said, well, don't bring nobody to the house. And Candace said, well, we not going to be in public anymore, so don't do it. And Veronica, oh, you funny about that. She started laughing. She said, oh, you funny. And in the midst of their talking, Rocky was trying to listen to their conversation, so he kept coming over there, dusting the table, trying to get drinks, and Veronica asked him for a drink. He came back with a like brown liquor. She said, I ordered martini, bitch. I got a martini. And she was being rude. And I guess she shoot him off. And then when Candace left, she said, excuse me, guy, come on, I need another drink. That's the guy. I said, oh, Veronica, you too much. So that's how that's over with Candace and Veronica scene. So we get this little scene with Melissa and Hannah. Melissa and Hannah was talking. Hannah was washing dishes. Melissa came and she said she could help her finish the dishes. So she said, okay. So Hannah and her had a little conversation. She said, how you doing? She said, fine. And Hannah was trying to tell Melissa to don't give up. How you got in the situation? What was you doing before? She said, I filed for everything before all this stuff happening. And she said, what you was doing before? She said she was in college. And before she got wrapped up. And she said the wrapped up in being with Jeffrey and marrying, trying to get pregnant by him. All that other stuff. So Hannah told her that you just start giving or steering your own life. Don't let nobody dictate how you should do. You need to start taking control and work at it and do what you need to do and love to work on yourself out. And she said she was trying to go back to school, but she said she don't have enough money. She tried to get out of here, and she just so done. It's like you could tell Melissa's so defeated. And Melissa said you need God in your life. She said she don't believe in God, and she don't need that. She don't know how. And it was a little thing, and that's where Hannah get a call. So she said, we're going to continue talking. And Melissa said, okay. So when she picked up the phone, Daddy was asking, what you doing? And he said, what you doing to me? She said, what you talking about? He said, I can't stop thinking about you. And she said, oh, stop it. All that craziness. So he asked her to go another date to a beach. She said, a beach? And I think it was the Saturday. He said, beach on Saturday. And she said, beach? It's been a long time I've ever been to a beach. So she said, okay, let's go. Let's do it. And they was just talking. They started teasing back and forth. And he said, oh, who you in the house talking to? And she said, he better not be no guy. And he said, oh, his name is Melissa. And he started laughing. And then he gets a phone call. And he said, hold up, I gotta get this call. She said, oh, who you talking to? You better not be no chick. And he started laughing too. So he hung over. And here comes Veronica calling him. So I was saying, why Veronica's calling him? I said, oh, this is gonna be something. So Veronica said she has a broken washing machine and she needs to get fixed. He said, okay, I can do that tomorrow. She said, no, it needs a lot of attention. It needs to be done now. It needs to be done tonight. Can you get over here? He said, okay, okay. She said, I'm going home. Come in an hour. So he said, all right. So he got off the phone with her and switched over back to Hannah. And he told Hannah that he has work to do. She said, okay, go ahead and handle that. And he said he going to call him when he finished. She said, all right. So he went to Veronica's house. And this now we got a little more backstory with this. He went to Veronica's house to try and see if he could fix the washing machine. And Veronica straight up lied. I mean, we all know she was lying. It was no washing machine broken. She just wanted some. She just wanted some dick. That's what Veronica wanted. Especially she was drunk and drinking make you horny. And Veronica needs something. She needs some attention. So she asked Derek to come over, and Derek, and she was trying to put moves on him. Said, you can't deny me. And Derek was resistant. He said, no, I can't do this. What you doing? I came over to do this job, but now there's no job. So I'm not going to do this. She said, oh, you can't deny me. You need this. And he said, no, no. So after a while, he kept saying no, and she got pissed. And he said, what? I helped you out. I got you out of jail. I cleaned you up. I got you a job at Catherine's. And just how you prepare me. And he said, whatever, I can't. I got to leave. She said, you walk out that door, you will regret it. Basically exposing him. And nobody could ever will know about you, will know if you ever existed, will know everything about you. And he said he would respect Veronica more and she tried to seduce him instead of blackmailing him. And he said he lost respect for her. She said, okay, go on. He laughed and she said, go on, you criminal self. So I guess Veronica got some ticket plan for Derek. But now we know, I said Derek was in jail. Why he's in jail? Remember Hannah told us about a situation that she got raped and everything and she recognized a guy. But I don't know, hope this not the guy that she told about. And then Veronica saved this guy. So hope that's not a connection. We're going to see. But it's going to be some more to this Derek story that we need to know. Because now coming out that he has a past, criminal past, and he cleaned himself together. I mean, I think he said he had trouble past and he got himself together to work himself along, got a Lord and build himself up. But we'll see more. So this little scene with Catherine. Catherine came in and talked to Jim. And basically told Jim that wine wants them dead. And Jim said, I could have told you that. Jim is crazy. He got no filter in his mouth. And before Jim called Sarah and told Sarah he needed to see her in 2 hours. He needed to see her and she was trying to be in. She didn't want to try to see him. He was being rude. He said, you better come to my house with a whore and I'm not having it. You better come. So Jim said he has a plan. He has a plan and it's deal with a woman. And Catherine said, it's always had to deal with a woman. What is wrong with you? It's nothing changed. And he started being rude and a prick. And, Jim don't really care. He started laughing. And Catherine got fed up with him and just left. I said, go ahead, Catherine, because you can't. Ain't no way talking to Jim. Jim going to do what Jim do, and he going to do his way, no matter how fucked up it is. And so then we get this, after that, so Jim met with Sarah, and he was basically playing her and saying, yo, take off your clothes. And she didn't want to be there, come back and forth. She said, I go home with my fiance, this is too much. You making me do this, he forcing me to do it. He said, I ain't forcing you to do anything. So he just ripped up her clothes to make sure that she not wired. And she said, wow, incriminate myself? He said, go ahead. So he told her, take her clothes. And he said, she was trying to rush. But he said, no, we're not rushing. We're going to take our time. And she said, I got to go. And he said, no, we're going to take our time. So take off your clothes. He said, take off your clothes, get on your knees, and crawl to me. And she started crawling to him, and he started laughing. And remember before, she wanted to pull out a condom. And he said, what you doing with that? She said, I got to protect myself. We're not doing it without a condom. He said, well, I'm clean. We're not going to be ever using a condom. And she said, I clean, all that stuff. He said, well, you going to put that condom back, because we never use a condom. So I guess she gave him head. I guess that's what it was, because he was sitting down and called to the knees, get on your knees. So I was basically getting the head. And at the finish, she said, "We can't do this anymore. Stop it." He said, "Do one more thing for me, and then we're gonna end this." She said, "What?" He said, "I need the bullets." She said, "The bullets? I can get no bullets. See, that's in evidence." He said, "Well, you go get it." He said, "How am I gonna get in evidence?" She said, "You gonna find a way." She said, "I'm going to prison." He said, "No, you're not." She said, "I can go to jail." He said, "Well, you would never need to go to prison if you do what I say." I guess that's your word. I guess so. And before they met, Sarah was drinking heavy. She wanted to try and get a drink. She tried to get drunk. So she had to deal with that mess with Jim and just block everything out. When you so drunk and you do your deed, sometimes the next day you don't want to remember. I guess that's what she's trying to do. She don't want to remember what she's doing to Jim. So in the midst of that, before they went to the room, um, Jim saw Sarah with the drink, and then Gia was trying to talk to Jim, and Jim just curved Gia. He said, "Oh, we're not doing this now. You trying to be desperate? We don't know the desperate whore," and just left off. She said, "Oh, come on." 'Cause remember, Candace told Gia work Jim, and I guess that's what she's trying to do, but she failed. She failed miserably. So before that, RK, Rocky, and Gia was talking. RK was pissed off that Candace left the high and dry. She said, "You just need to get over it." Gia said, "You need to get over it. It's done. We got to do what we got to do." They told Gia to go work the thing. They said 3 people at the table. She said she can't tell who's vice. So RK said, "I can help you. I can tell you what is going on." Rocky's pissed. He's still pissed about the situation. He shooting a cut. Candace playing him and everything. So when Oscar came down and got a drink, he said, "Well, you need to do with Candace." He said, "What make you say that?" And that's what he told Oscar about the thing. He said, "Yo, Candace had people taking pictures of your computer, got your password, your account, all that stuff. So she's playing you." And he said, "Okay, why are you telling me all this?" He said, "I want Candace destroyed. I want to make her pay." And he said, "Okay." He got up and left and do what he had to do. From there, then we jumped into Landon. It's a small little scene. Landon was drinking at the bar, so he decided to call Jeffrey. He called Jeffrey. Jeffrey said, "Oh, what's this?" He said, "How you doing?" And he basically asked him, "Oh, you still with Justin?" And he said, "Yeah, a little bit." And he said, "You still with that crazy?" He said, "Oh, no, we're not gonna go with this." He said, "Okay, okay, okay." But then he tried to ask Jeffrey about advice. He said, "Yo, I'm in love with someone, and I don't know what to do." And Jeffrey's later said, "What? I mean, it's not that very hard." He said, "Well, it's a straight man." And Jeffrey understand because Jeffrey in love with Wyatt, but Wyatt is straight, and he know he can never be with Wyatt because Wyatt will not be with him like that. So he understands. He's just before he found out the guy was straight. He said, "Just tell the guy." He said, "No, I can't do that." He said, "Why not?" But he said the guy's straight, and he said, How can I forget someone when I always want to be around them?" And he said, "I understand the situation." And just I move on. And then he was trying to do another conversation, curve the situation. He said, "How you doing?" And Jeffrey said, "No, no, we're not doing this. Nah, we're not doing that." So he cut off. He cut the phone off. And then Jeffrey was sleeping. Justin was in the bed. And then he got another phone call. And when he got that phone call, Wyatt called him. And when Wyatt called him, Wyatt was telling him, he said, "Yo, I need to see you. I need to see you." And he said, "What's going on? What's going on?" He said, "My parents took my money." And he said, "Well, it's good. It's good." And he said, "It will do you good." He said, "Well, I want to kill them." He said, "What are you talking crazy?" He said, "No, I want to kill them. I want to kill them." And he said, "I need to see you." He said, "Why did you see you?" And that's when he confessed that he killed someone. And why? He said, "What?" He said, "Who?" He said, "I have to see you in person." And Jeffrey said, "Why you can't tell me the phone?" So White ended up clicking off the phone. And Justin overheard it. He said, "Why you cannot forget about him?" And he said, "Why he's need me? I need to talk to him." And he said, "If you ever try to leave me," he said, "you love this boy, Wyatt, and all that stuff." And Jeffrey said, "This not going to work out between you and me." Oh, Jeffrey said, "We always going to work out. Oh, we're going to work it out." And I said, "Ooh, okay, Justina, go ahead, man. You going to work it out with Jeffrey. Go work it out, boy." So Jeffrey said he gotta go see why. He said if you ever gonna leave me for him, I will kill you too, and I will kill all of us for that matter. And I said, "Ooh, Justin is a crazy ass motherfucker." And Jeffrey said, "Don't you ever say that in my life again, as long as you did it with me." I said, "Booyah, bye bye." So that's how the end of that. And yeah, so that's that. That was what happened. That's all the episode it has to have not. Like I said, it's good. It's getting good. Aldo was going over this Benny thing because when it ended, Benny and this guy started tussling, hustling, and shots was going off, and we don't know what happened ended that. So hope you liked the episode. Please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. My name is Tom Mizzle. My channel is Mr. 14, and I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.